Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm bringing you guys a Chelsea talking point video. And in this video today, I'm going to be talking about why I'm feeling very optimistic for next season. But before I get straight into that video, one, smash that like button, help me get more than 500 likes for this video, and thank you to everyone that supports me by hitting that like button, it means a lot. And the second thing is smash the bell notification button. And I'm going to play a very short clip to let you guys know why it's very important that you press that bell notification button.
Right, we notify all of your subscribers who have rung the bell, and then your most active subscribers after that.
Too many people still aren't pressing it, and you guys are really missing out on some of the content. But getting straight into the video, and why am I feeling so optimistic for our chances for next season? And the first major thing as to why I'm feeling so optimistic is the fact that it looks like attractive football is going to be on the cards for next season. And why am I saying that? Well, just look at some of the targets we're being linked with. Enrique, the jardim, Tuchel. You guys, good football is going to be making a return to Stamford Bridge for next year. I've been hearing a lot of things as well. It seems like this is going to be the plan going forward for next season, and about time. And you guys know my thoughts and opinions. I've always stressed and stated that we have a lot of ballers in this team. You have a team like Eden Hazard, but you have with players like Fabregas and Willian. And when you look at our defence, I mean, we've got two of the best ball-playing defenders in Europe in Christensen, Luiz and Rudiger. And with Kante in that team as well, there's no excuse as to why we shouldn't be playing a much more attractive, dominating style. And it looks like the club have realised their errors, and it looks like there's going to be a new tradition starting from next season. And you guys, I'm very optimistic and very happy. And honestly, the managers we're being linked with, as I keep stating, it looks like the two major runs are Jardim and Tuchel. So that's going to be very interesting to see which one out of the two do come. Of course, there have been links and reports today of Paris Saint-Germain and showing their interest in Tuchel. And of course, it's natural. I did tell you guys that it was Real Madrid that have been speaking, but it seems like Paris Saint-Germain have started talks of their own with Tuchel. But it doesn't mean anything. You guys already know that people behind the scenes are very impressed with Tuchel and what he's been doing. We've already been speaking to him beforehand, before the start of the season as well. And it makes a lot of sense. But you guys, when it comes to Tuchel, I've got a big video planned for next week where I'm going to be breaking down his tactics, his systems, his philosophies, and who exactly the guy is and why you guys should be optimistic. And I'm going to be doing the same thing for other guys like Luis Enrique and Jardim as well. So you guys will definitely enjoy those videos for next week. But again, this new style of football, in conjunction with the players we possess, it's very exciting stuff, you guys. And I really feel that this is the main direction that we've needed for a very, very long time now. So in the comment section below, I want to hear some of your thoughts and opinions. Are you guys sharing this optimism that I'm feeling myself? There's finally going to be a philosophy in place for next season, and I think, you guys, that's the most exciting thing. And it looks like it's going to be starting from the board level right down to the management, because the one big issue that we have faced as a club is that it seems like the first team are a different club compared to the rest of the infrastructure at Chelsea. And it seems with looking at someone like a Luis Campos, we know his philosophies on football, we know how he likes to run clubs as well, we know the players he scouts and how he likes the game to be played. As I've broken down before in other videos, one of the most impressive things that Luis Campos did actually do was his job at Monaco. When he first joined Monaco, it started with him changing the infrastructure behind the scenes. That was down to the tactical plannings, the medical team, the dietitian team, everything to keep it on the same par as other top clubs in Europe. That was because originally Monaco's plan was to just spend their way to compete. But of course, with the divorce that their owner did face, he wasn't able to sustain the amount of money he was pumping into the club. A new direction and philosophy was needed, and Luis Campos brought that to Monaco. You guys have to see it like this. In the space of 2 years, after scrapping their plans of signing guys for 40 and 50 million, they weren't able to afford these guys anymore. In the space of 2 years, this guy had built a squad that was able to get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and then the year after, they win the league. So by introducing these changes, one, they qualify for the Champions League. Second season, they get to the quarterfinal and they come second. And then third, they win it outright and they get into the semi-final. So you can see that in such a short space of time, his football acumen, he understands how to build a team and what things are needed. And I really feel that this guy, in a way, is kind of like a cheat code. We might not even need to necessarily wait 2 or 3 years to start competing, because By signing a guy like this, he understands how to get things running and what exactly he needs to do. And I think, you know, you could be making this argument, what's the difference between Campos and Emanalo? I kind of feel when it came down to Emanalo, this is just a personal thing. I kind of see it this way. Of course, in a way, he was grateful for the position that was given to him by Chelsea. Of course, originally he was just part of the coaching team. He kind of had a role made for him for the club. He did a fantastic job in terms of what he did, but I kind of feel that he wasn't maybe assertive enough with his opinions and with his voice. Too often he was getting overpowered. With Luis Campos, you don't get this type of mentality at all, and I kind of feel with his headstrong beliefs and obviously his assertive behaviour and characteristics, and I really believe that he's the type of voice that's needed at the upper echelons of this club. I feel that Marina and other guys behind the scenes will all listen to his football credentials and his opinions, and I feel that when you have a guy like Luis Campos and then you bring in a manager that complements that style, complements Luis Campos' vision as well, I think it makes for a very seamless environment, and this is the type of environment that we've needed for a very, very long time. This is a side note, but it does link into the overall points I'm making in this video. In Pep Guardiola's autobiography, he was reporting the fact that, yes, Chelsea had been speaking to him. They had been speaking to Tuchel Beristan as well, the current director of football at Man City, because originally Chelsea were making plans to try and bring Pep Guardiola and Tuchel to the club. Now, originally, obviously, they targeted Tuchel to bring in Pep, and when it came to trying to sign Pep Guardiola, money was not an issue. We were willing to pay up to 15 million euros a year to sign this guy. But the main reason as to why this deal never came through, and it was stated in the book itself, it was simply down to the fact that Beristan didn't feel that he would have got the right amount of power or influence to really assert his ideals on the club. It seemed like Roman wanted a new style and attractive football without really putting the efforts behind the scenes to make it happen. You know, that interference that you can't really have with owners like that when they're trying to obviously create an entire different philosophy for the club. And this was the main reason as to why we missed out on bringing in Tuchel Beristan and Pep Guardiola. And this is what Man City did, and you know, congratulations to them. That's what we were supposed to do, and it's no surprise to see their successes now. But it looks like for the start of next season, we finally learned our lesson. It feels like we will be doing things how you're supposed to do things, and it seems like it's going to be the start of something very exciting for next season. One more thing to realise is the fact that with some of the managers we're being linked with Enrique, linked with Jardim, and especially Tuchel as well, it seems like this could be what the academy needs at the club to really prosper and have a chance of making their names in the first team. One of the major reasons as to why we don't use too many of our young players from the youth system or the loan army is the fact that they've been brought up to play a different type of football compared to what the first team's playing. And that's always been down to managers like Mourinho and Conte, where they don't really have a style that you normally just play to win any way possible. So it makes sense as to why a lot of the youth players don't really have a chance to play, because there's too much responsibility, because when you play for managers like Mourinho and Conte, you need a lot of tactical discipline and defensive work rate as well. And it's really not fair to expect an 18-year-old to be able to understand how to fulfill that part of the game. Jardim and Tuchel have a reputation of using players from the academy, and they've used them to great success. You look at guys like Pulisic and you look at guys like Mbappe. Managers like Tuchel and Jardim, they like to improve the performance levels of their players, and they give them the opportunities to grow and prosper. And I really feel like this will be a massive confidence boost to players in the academy or in the loan army. And not only is there a benefit to the youth players, but to end this final point, there's a massive benefit to the players that we possess already. For example, with managers like Tuchel and Jardim, these are guys that become the top goal scorers in their league. With the systems they have and they introduce, that really helps the forwards in terms of getting scoring opportunities and tons of chances on goal. And I really feel this could be the kickstart that guys like Morata and Michy need to really show what they can really do, because there won't be this emphasis on playing with their backs to goal anymore. They can focus on the main things they're good at, and that's scoring goals and running into the channels and obviously playing inside the 18-yard box. So when you combine all these factors I've been speaking about in this video, you realise that's how efficient we can be as a club for next season, and I really feel this is the direction we need to kickstart a more efficient way of running the club. Because behind the scenes, in terms of the negotiations we do to bring in sponsorships, the stadium investment, etc, everything's run amazingly. And it seems like for next season, finally, there will be disparity between the rest of the club and the first team, and that's something that we've needed for a very, very long time. But anyway, you guys, that's going to end today's video. Let me know in the comment section, are you feeling optimistic about next season? If so, let me know why exactly you're feeling very optimistic. As I said, smash that like button, help me get more than 500 likes for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'm the EFC. This is CWANless TV, signing out.